Hello and welcome to the New Earth Energy Activation. This is for around the week of February 15th to the 21st or so. This very important alignment that we are in right now, and that will be happening, the shifting energetics. I'm Dustin Eli with BeSource, and I'm here to help you come into greater attunement, alignment with the energies of the new earth, helping you to awaken to the truth of who you are. And the message for today is around healing love, healing this polarity of the masculine and feminine within ourselves and within the world that we're experiencing here together. So we all know that we've shifted away from nature and the natural alignment to the cosmos, a little too much into the masculine, forgetting how we're here to be in service to that feminine within ourselves and within the world. So how do we come into this greater alignment of compassion and love and healing and expansion, living as the truth of who we are? And as we each do that in our lives more powerfully each day, we can help the rest of the world to come into this attunement, to this alignment, to really awaken, elevating our energy into this higher potential of the new earth, which is always here, always inviting us into that. And it's really just the truth of who we are. It's our natural expression. We just forget it and we get lost in the matrix of all the paradigm of the disconnection that this over masculine patriarch society entrains us to. So it's a hard and good work to remember and to find alignment to nature, to the natural flow of things, to that feminine within us and around us, and bringing balance to that masculine and feminine inside of us, and coming back into that wholeness, that's that healing love that's above and beyond and within the polarity within ourselves and within life. So let's take a look at the rhythm. I'm finding this very powerful alignment, and the rhythm is based on the true zodiac. So if you're new here, just coming into learning, I'm working with how the constellations actually are in the sky. And so the Western zodiac system, the tropical Western astrology, was correct at one point 2,000 years ago, but it's just not true anymore. And it's a fixed, rigid system which I feel has kept us stuck in a limited paradigm related to this patriarchy, this over toxic masculine, over frameworked, over rigid system that's been holding us like hostage, keeping us limited for thousands of years now. And this is one aspect of that. There's many of them in the way we living our lives in the world. And so going back to the true zodiac is a way to come back into this harmony of the divine feminine and the masculine. The feminine being the natural order, the rhythms of the cosmos as it really is. And so we're looking at the planets and these signs as they are in the cosmos. And our Western system is a chart that used to be correct, and it was made simplified and made all the signs the same, whereas in actuality there's a different amount of time to these different energetics. So this is a good opportunity to help us to shed some of this paradigm of the patriarchy and to come back into alignment with how things actually are in reality. And in that process, attuning to nature, the natural rhythms of nature, we come back into the natural rhythm within ourselves. And so this is the overarching work that I'm sharing here through BeSource and through the rhythm here, which is this particular technology, this what you're looking at, this website at BeSource. And so this is something that's available to you if you'd like. You can become a member and have access to this and take a look deeper. But if you want to just be here with me in the videos, I'm sharing this wisdom. So this is looking at backing up just a little bit. Oh, I better put this down here. February 11th, 2024. I just have it at 5:55 p.m. because that one seemed to be a time that made all the alignments work pretty well. But, the moon and things do shift a bit. Well, the moon shifts quite a bit throughout the day, but the rest of them move slower than that in each day. So we're looking at here, this is Pluto. That's what this symbol is in the blue. And this marker is where the degrees of Sagittarius, where it's actually sitting right now, or was on the 11th. This is Mars in the red, and then Venus in the green. And so you can see Mars is coming in towards Pluto here, and there were some people sharing wisdom around this. And so around the 13th to the 14th, Mars moved in, and now you can see these two markers are right on top of each other, right on conjunct, Mars and Pluto, and Venus is sliding in. And so on the outside of the zodiac, we have here are called the source codes. And this is a wisdom that has come through me. I've been evolving and building this system and this technology, this wisdom for over 10 years now. And this is based on the I Ching, which is thousands of years old wisdom. And in the 80s, it was channeled wisdom that brought the I Ching to the zodiac. And so I'm working with that alignment of these different numbers. There's 64 of them in the whole system. And when Mars catches up to Pluto on the 13th and the 14th, they shift right into this number 10 source code. And just before that, all three of them, Mars, Pluto, and Venus, were all in source code 11, which is planting, I am peace. Planting peace with each footstep, shining the light of awareness. And to be the change is the embodiment of this code. Really in each moment to moment, being the light of awareness as we're planting that potential in reality. And that's what the source code is is all about. Each one has a very unique energetic, and this whole system of source codes are all the different potentials that live within us. And we each have different relationship to these as well. If you go to my website, you can see that you have a blueprint, which is your unique true zodiac chart of all your planets, your sun, your moon, and so forth, and the source codes that go with that, and these different energetics which can really help you, to point you towards, to help you come into greater alignment, attunement with who you really are. So when Mars catches up to Pluto, it's in number 10, source code 10, which is presence, fully present in this moment, fulfilling my purpose. I am service. And the jewel, the practice within this is, how may I serve you? This is a question, and I'm just going to open up this code as I talk about it so you can be with the beauty of this mandala, which is made out of a photograph of river ice. And so the textures is the sunlight coming through ice in the wintertime, and the rivers in Colorado. It's in love with the river and the ice, and photographing them, and turn each photograph into a mandala that is here to amplify and carry the vibration, the energetics of this unique source code. And this one all being about service. So in this time when there's challenges, as what's going to happen with Mars and Pluto, Mars being our divine masculine expression in the world, how we want to move and create from our divine masculine essence, which would be our sun, our core theme and essence. So what energy, right now the sun is actually in Capricorn, not Aquarius, as the Western system would tell you. It's actually in Capricorn. Now it could be Aquarius according to the chart and how it used to be 2,000 years ago, but that's a fixed, rigid system that is not in touch with nature anymore. So if you actually go out and look in the sky, the sun is in Capricorn, and it's in this code, source code of 61. So what's your sun in when you were born? That's what you can find out if you go to BeSource. And that relationship of now Mars is how we want to express that energy in the world, how we want to take action. And then, the dysfunction and the dissonance of that is, how do we get too aggressive, and how are we fighting with the world and all of this? We're trying to express our true self, but we're off from that. We're out of alignment from that true essence. And so Pluto is going to come in and shine a light on that, all of the shadow and the dysfunction, the dissonance, the angst, the anger, all those kinds of things. And this is our opportunity to allow that to show up, allow that to be expressed and felt, to really feel into it, because what we're not wanting to do is push it away. The practice is to welcome it in, to feel fully what it is that's happening with you. And Pluto's going to shine the light on that. And starting around, the 13th or 14th, they really come in conjunction there. And they're in this code of presence and service. And so this is the higher potential. So what's happening in your life right now? And can you see how if you can shift your awareness into being really present right now and changing, how do I get what I need out of life right now? How do I force it to be what I want? Things of that nature too. How may I serve you? How can I be of service to you right now? Who's in front of me, to this moment, to your life? What is really needed? How can I be of service? This is going to give rise to allow that Mars energy to come through you and your Sun energy to be expressed through you in a very positive and empowered and passionate way. And Pluto will, amplify that up. So Pluto is about transforming the energies and clearing out all that's not serving you now. So, and while this is happening, Venus is coming in behind. She's flowing in, and she's in this 11 source code. The one about planting peace and really being present, just being the change, being what you wish to see in the world. And then as she catches up, we'll move forward to, the 16th. Can't get to it because of the video. 16th. Just submit that guy. Then she catches up to Pluto and goes conjunct with Pluto. And then all three of them, Mars, Venus, and Pluto, all shift into this source code of number 10, being of service. So Venus, and by the way, and when you're in the rhythm, you can click on any of the planets and see what it is, and I'll continue to expand the wisdom that's here. But you can see some of the overall qualities of each planet. She's all about the beauty and the harmonious, affection, expressive relationships, but what happens when it gets over or underemphasized and things. So you can contemplate this, and they're all shifting from this Sagittarius to Capricorn. So what are, here's Sagittarius, these are the dates and things. So this is a tool that you can use to help you to get more connected to the planets and the signs and what's actually happening in the cosmos. And the energy of the source codes are these refined viewpoints of things, this deep wisdom that's a culmination of my life and of all of these spiritual traditions around the planet, which have been my teacher, helping me to cultivate the power, this truth of who I am, to really live as the embodiment of that in my life and to share this wisdom with you. All of that comes through these source codes and through this ancient wisdom of the I Ching, and now mapped onto this true zodiac. And as you're moving through the time, you can find the relationship to these if you want. You can work with them. And so this service is really going to come in big. So the challenges, Pluto wanting to challenge those things that are false within you, and Venus being the way we want to express our divine feminine essence, the moon being our embodied feminine essence. And so you can look at your moon, and it's currently in 3 at this moment in time when I'm doing the lookup, but you have a particular energetic for your moon from when you were born, and it would have a sign energy and then also a source code. So important to look at that. And then Venus is the way you want to express that in the world, how you share that through your emotional body, through your divine feminine essence. And so we have the Mars with our masculine action and the Venus with our feminine embodiment and expression, all being challenged. Pluto energy in there, let's clear out all that no longer serves us, allowing that to show up and recognize that, oh, this is showing up in my life, these problems, this angst, this dissonance, this struggle with this person or with other things in my life. It's going to be all around this masculine and feminine energetics. And just seeing that this is actually an opportunity to heal that. Healing through love, healing with love, as love. That's really what we are in our core. So as you become more in tune with who you really are, you begin to see the false nature of all these other things you thought you were, and all the paradigms and beliefs and all these other things. and gives rise to that true essence of who you are, allowing that to be expressed, and that is love. And there's a healing energy, there's light, there's a power to that love when you allow it to come through you, when you allow the masculine and the feminine to become integrated into this one wholeness. And that's what Pluto wants to do. Clear out all those things that are blocking you from embodying your masculine, feminine essence in this higher potential of love. And so after Venus moves through that Pluto, sort of like we're getting cleared out of that energy. Well, let's see, I got to keep moving my video. Maybe I'll put it over here. So around the 21st is when now Venus catches up with Mars. So they both come through this portal, this cleansing portal of Pluto, clearing out all that no longer serves us in this moment. And then this divine union, this coming together of the masculine and feminine, Mars and Venus. And they shift out of that 10 code then at the same time and into 58, source code 58, which is this beautiful light, open, expanding my energy, embracing all of life. I am joy and loving what arises. So inherently in all these codes are all pointing towards the highest potential of energetic in this particular frequency. But inherent in that is the shadow, the lack of this energy, the opposite, the closing down. So this one in particular is going to open it up so you can see the mandala, because it's so beautiful, this radiant light, these colors. So the opposite, when our masculine and feminine are fighting with each other, the dissonance that we feel, the angst that we feel, the disconnection we feel, that we're not open and we're not feeling the joy, and we're actually not loving what arises, we're resisting it, right? And so the opportunity, these two come together. Pluto's cleared the way for us if we've done the work. You know, we can get lost in all of that when it blows this shit up. You can get lost in that, and you can fight against it and blame the world and all these things. Or you can do the work of feeling it, coming back into your heart, grounding down, and then allowing and feeling what is, embracing all of life, and how you, when you embrace, you loving what arises, how that expansion of energy happens. Your own conscious, your field of energy expands. Your love expands. Your joy expands. You open. If you allow that and you come back into what you really are, you feel that. You feel the energy of the divine flowing through you, and knowing that you are that we are all that. And that truly there is no opposite. This polarity of the masculine and feminine now is this unified experience within ourselves. And when we do that, we begin to feel the unity of the inner and the outer. And as we do that, we begin to heal our life with love. And whatever is showing up, because there'll be other alignments, you know, other planets, other things, relationships, people showing up, to challenge that, to show us the darkness within us and our shadow, to show us our old stories, our old energies. But if we can keep staying centered in the heart and allowing, welcoming, loving what arises, how we can bring healing. And I just was noticing that when those two come into alignment, Venus and Mars, and the sun shifts into source code 60, and it's flanked by Saturn and by Mercury. Saturn being how we want to express and take action in our purpose in the world. And these are all things you can learn if you go through the blueprint. The toolkit is a process to lead you through the energetics of each of these planetary energetics in the source codes, bringing healing to your mind, your body, your emotions, and to the energy, and awakening this higher potential energy, this bliss body energy. And Mercury being how we think, our mind. And so the sun is flanked by those two, and the sun sits right in this this source code, which can be a very challenging code. It's saying that, life is confronting us, our issues, our core unworthiness, and how we can really need to drop into trusting in the moment, releasing our need to know, just really allowing and surrender, and just knowing and feeling that the universe has your back. And you know that when you open to that joy, when you feel that unity of the masculine and feminine, those energetics coming into harmony within you. And then surrender is easy. You just surrender those stories, you surrender those energetics, and you welcome it all in. You just feel what's arising back into your source. That's what the source codes are pointing you towards, back to your source. The codes of your consciousness, and your unique blueprint, your unique energetic, your reason for being here, and these different energetics that can help you to find that attunement of your mind, your heart, your body, your energy, giving rise to your new earth body, this fifth dimensional higher consciousness body. But you got to do the work, and it's a continual process. This diligence to really embody and be who you are, to be the source of love, to bring the healing of love into your own life and to that around you. So this is a significant portal we're going through right now, being cleansed by Pluto of our masculine and feminine dissonances, our shadow. It's going to give rise to all that. It's not going to be an easy ride, but it can be if you remember and focus on being present, being service, allowing, welcoming, coming into that pure joy, and just opening, loving what arises. This is the practice. This is the energy. This is the potential that's here for you, here for us right now. So that's it for this new earth energy activation. I hope you're feeling the energy of this love. Allow that to settle down within you. Ground that energy in the earth. That's what we're here to do. The new earth activation. And the activists, to be an activator of new earth energy is to connect with that source energy, feel it in our heart, can open up to the heavens above, to the Father, divine energy, and to ground that down in our mother and become a radiator of this loving presence in the world, healing with love as love. Not trying to change anything, just being an emanation of that pure source presence, essence that you are. Wishing you much love in these turbulent times. We are here to be bringers of this new earth energy. Wishing you much love and many blessings.